We'll just run it in. Headed into game number one, Wet Esports against Eclipse. This is what we've been waiting for. Some of us more so than others. Hybrid, one of those that was really waiting for it, and we don't know what he's gonna have to say about it because he's not here. Game number one, and I know you're all wondering how much time is on the clock. It's 5 minutes, guys. Wet Esports against Eclipse Esports. We've got Simba, Brody, and Kalos on the field here for Wet, and of course J-Dub and Ninja Zach for Eclipse. So both of these two teams coming off of the week one 3-0, so a little bit of momentum heading into this one. That's what you love to see. Ninja Zach not going to be able to get that one past the defender, but already some pressure for Eclipse Esports as Jay is going to pass this one back. J-Dub gathers control. A couple of J's on this Eclipse Esports squad, but they're not going to find a quick goal. This time Jay puts it on. Kalos, another save. So as we can see already, a very solid showing from Eclipse Esports so far. Brody, though, wants a shot here. Oh, this demo comes out. Simba taking Jay out on that one, and he still does manage to get the save. Brody now moving upfield. Jay again getting a stop. We'll see Ninja Zach this time. Oh my, another demo. Wet Esports clearly going to be a very physical team tonight. Yeah, Simba moving this one up, gets a one great touch, almost another. Oh, it was a middle, but Wet Esports, the other two players were not ready to have it. So unfortunately, it doesn't quite turn into the attack that we were looking for. Simba back down to the other side of the field. Jay wants to take control here. He does pop it up. Simba a solid 50. Brody gonna pinch this off of the corner into the middle. Kalos' shot saved by Jay. And man, a lot of back and forth action. Both of these two teams fighting to take the first goal. And it looks like we might have somebody in place of Hybrid joining in on the cast. Hello, everyone. Say hello to Whoops You.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on, Chad? Glad to be here. You know, Hybrid's power went out, so I'm going to go ahead and just, tap in here with me and Jar. I think the only time him and I actually kind of cast it together was the caster clash, so looking forward to doing this one with you, Jar.
Yeah, for sure. And, it's always unfortunate to have someone pop out mid-cast, but it is what it is. Hybrid, and I believe, is experiencing a little bit of thunderstorm action over there on the other side of the U.S., so unfortunate. But you know what? I'm glad that we get to spend at least a little bit of this series together ourselves. Simba, oh my, almost a great shot. But yeah, huge shout out to Whoops You. He's actually been behind the scenes this entire stream and manages to find himself in the casting booth anyway.
It's as easy as a click of a button. When you're a producer and a caster, you kind of just have to roll up the punches sometimes, but just added my microphone really quick, and we're going to wait for Jar to Hybrid to kind of come back through if he can. So if not, you guys get to hear my lovely voice, and I think it's a little bit better. I'm not too sure about you, Jar, but this matchup, though, let's hop back, get focused here. Brody with a nice little save, pops it off to the left-hand side, but who do you think is going to win this matchup?
Man, I have no idea. So far, it's just been back and forth, still not a single goal. Honestly, I want to say Wet, and maybe I was right with that splash as Kalos finds the first goal. How about this one?
You can't say that. You can't say you're going to pick a team as they're scoring. That's just not fair.
I was going to say Wet.
I don't agree with that whatsoever. I think you kind of just chose sides, and you're just going with whoever scored first there, but...
Okay.
Wet does take the lead here with 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this matchup, but Eclipse Esports, they've been doing pretty well so far. I've seen a ton of pressure that they've been kind of generating, but they just haven't really had any chances to kind of score.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like the defenses has been stronger than the offense so far in this series. I mean, we've seen a couple of chances for both teams so far, but a very low-scoring game, especially in relation to the shots. 11 shots combined between these two, yet only one goal. Now Brody, a big clear downfield. What's really been catching me off guard is the physical play from Wet. And I do still stand by the fact that I said that Wet was going to win, because the initial reasoning was actually going to be those bumps and demos that we started to see from them early on. And in fact, is this going to be another goal? No, saved by Jay.
That was such a crazy save right there. Ninja gonna bring this one upfield, has a chance at this one. Brody, 1v1 situation! Ninja's gonna get the better of him there and tie this ball game up with 40 seconds left.
Yeah, that is huge for Ninja Zach. Look at that, just waiting on the hook shot there, delays it just long enough to get it past the last defender. 40 seconds left, and you know, you can already tell that this is going to be a tight one. These two teams holding each other off, although this is a huge opportunity. Kalos gonna put it into the corner, J-Dub clearing it away. Now Eclipse Esports was in a very awkward position there, but they do manage to get out of it, and honestly, this one is anybody's game.
Yeah, this might be, I'm not too sure, might be the first overtime matchup, and as I say that, Kalos is going to score this one and put Wet Esports up 2-1 with the final seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and that is huge for Wet Esports. They did have the lead early on, and then they got scored on to tie things up, but they brought it back. So far, every time we've had someone scoring first, it's been Wet Esports. We'll see if Eclipse can bring this one back, though. It's only got 10 seconds left. Simba tries to extend the lead for Wet Esports. Brody down to Ninja Zach. This is a big clear, but it's not going to turn into the touch they want. And now, 0 seconds, the ball only has to hit the floor, and that it does. Wet Esports takes game number 1.
Yeah, that was a close call there towards the end, the final seconds ticking away. You know, Eclipse Esports had a chance, but the defense stands strong at the end there for Wet Esports. So, I mean, they take this game number 1, but by a narrow margin.
Yeah, for sure. And really, I would not be surprised to see either of these guys bring it back. You know, I really do feel like Eclipse Esports had a solid chance in that match. And you know, Hybrid, I gotta ask you now that you're back, what did you think about game number 1? Now, Hybrid, we're working on getting his mic back, but just so everybody knows, he did say that it was fantastic from the 5 seconds that he saw. So that's something that you love to hear.
Yeah, no, the 5 seconds that I saw was fantastic. I loved every second of it. It was awesome. And I'm ready for game 2, Jar.
Here, I'll give you a little rundown.
Please.
There was not a lot of scoring at the beginning. You know, we saw mostly, you know, there were a lot of opportunities between these two, but not a lot of scoring at first. And then Wet opened it up, found the first goal. Eclipse tied it up, and then with just about 20 seconds left, Wet did end up taking it. So, you know, I know that you were excited to see this series. Now, did you have a prediction before this one was going to start underway?
Yes, I did. And because these games go the way they go, I am not sure what my prediction was on this match. So let me scroll on back.
By the way, Jay has
exactly
scored.
what they were. Jay has scored. You're right. Jar, go ahead and take over for that. What happened in that goal?
You know, there was a net on the side of Wet Esports, and Jay saw that net. He saw the ball, and he did, in fact, put it into the net. Kalos, oh my goodness. We almost saw another one there for Eclipse Esports, but, you know, that was just a very quick goal for them. This is the first lead they've had, and it doesn't last for very long. Simba going to get the goal steal as he's only touched the ball once so far, and it's going to be the last one after Kalos beautifully air dribbling it past all 3 defenders, and then Simba steals it right at the end.
Yeah, man, what a beautiful play there by Kalos. Just air dribbling down the field. You said it, man. Simba right there to clap it into the upper 90. Simba here, it's his turn to go up for this one. Going for a flipper, he said, ducks underneath. J-Dub not able to find the touch, but luckily his team does get that one out. Ninja Zach, good 50-50. J-Dub's up, and Brody cuts him off immediately. Jay banging it up towards himself. No boost to follow. He's going to look for a bumper at demo, but Brody's there to cut it off again. Ball's out. Kalos into the corner. Brody for a tip. It's high. It's wide. And nobody from the side of Wet Esports is up for that one.
Yeah, and you can tell that these guys, honestly, not quite playing as clean of a game as we saw in game number 1. We're seeing a little bit more double commit action, but Kalos gonna score regardless. How about this? You see Brody taking great control into the corner, sends it off of the backboard. He was looking for the bump. It doesn't matter. Kalos gonna put it in regardless.
A beautiful, beautiful control from Kalos there to drop it in, putting his car in the perfect position to read that shot. Kalos actually missing that ball, and what a drop-down shot from J-Dub as they tie up the game here. Oh, man, what a shot.
Yeah, and this is completely different than what we saw in game number. Well, what some of us saw in game number 1. As you know,
Thanks for that.
Yeah, for sure. We took a long time to see any scoring between these two teams, and now in just over a minute, and we've got 4 goals already between the two of them. Brody almost own goaling that one, but it does prevent Jada from scoring. It doesn't matter. A goal comes nonetheless.
Ninja Zach living up to his name, sneaking in behind the defense and taking the right moment to attack. That shuriken on top of his car definitely looking solid right now. He got the goal on a beautiful little redirect.
Yeah, and you know, this has just been the game of scoring. You know, last game was the game of defense. This has been the game of offense. We've just seen goal after goal. In fact, we almost have another one there. That one's stopped by Jay, finally in active defense. He's been the only player to get a save so far this game, and he's got 2 of them. J-Dub, that's a shot. Now Brody gets a save here, and we're starting to see these guys finally show a presence on defense. But, man, a lot of scoring action so far, and we did see Wet take game number 1 right now with the way things are going here in game 2. Eclipse Esports should take game 2, and look at this, they score another one, 2-goal lead. Still a ton of time left, but this is a great start for Eclipse.
It absolutely is, and I talked about the shuriken on Ninja Zach's car. You can't go wrong with the Apex titanium white wheels that man has on the grass. He's looking fine as ever in that car, and he's showing that it's not just all looks that he's a part of.
Yeah, and that's a great play from them. So now everybody on Eclipse Esports has found a goal in this game. Simba sending this upfield towards Brody. That's going to bounce straight down. Is anyone there? No. And you saw that Simba was really trying to read that one, but it was a tough read for him. And honestly, anybody to find the angle on that one. Simba, though, he does have control here. Flicks it up. Brody, straight up, down, waterfalls. Anyone there? No, another opportunity. That one tough to read again, but Wet Esports have had quite a bit of pressure here.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Kalos doesn't have any boost now, though, so it's going to be a release of that pressure, or it should have been, but Brody is there to keep it in, finding 50s, finding fakes. J-Dub getting dunked out. Ninja Zach on the back wall here. A good fake from Simba, but Ninja Zach's there to play it deep, and that might just be a goal. And it is! Ninja Zach with the hat trick. Here, 2 minutes left, and he puts his team up 5-2.
Man, and you know, like I said, this game just hasn't been quite as clean from Wet Esports. You know, you saw a double commit there. That's one that really shouldn't be happening here in the IGL Invitational. We all know that all of these teams are capable of, some solid plays, and really, Wet Esports themselves are capable of doing better than that. And there you see it right there. Cal nearly had an incredible double touch. So, you know, the difference in style has just been very, very rough so far for Wet Esports in game number 2, but they do still have that cushion as far as the 1-game lead in the series. So if they do lose this one, I wouldn't be too worried.
I honestly wouldn't either. I want it to be a close series. I want Eclipse to win it here, as it looks like they will, as barring any craziness. But I want this series to go to Game 5. I want this to be an overtime series, but Kalos is trying to prove me wrong. Throws a heater into the back of the net. 75 miles per hour. That ball goes into the back.
Yeah, that's a great read from Kalos. Off of the pass from Brody, he's going to get credit for the assist. And, you know, still quite a bit of time, realistically, for Wet Esports to bring this one back. 1 minute and 10 seconds for them to score 2 goals. Definitely within the realm of possibility, especially after all the goals that we saw early on in this game. But it's going to take them, they're going to need to get out of their half, which Kalos does do here. Might bounce middle, in fact. J-Dub clutching up on defense, clears it away.
J-Dub gets it over another one. Brody there to... Oh, Simba. Beautiful bump on the third man, but unfortunately Brody couldn't do much with that. Kalos turning for this one, has to have a light tap, does do pretty well. Fakes the touch, didn't have any boost to touch it, so good fake out for Simba to take. Brody should have an easy catch here and a play out. Nobody there challenging him quick, takes a shot, it's off the post, off the other post, and Kalos is able to get the goal again. And there's his hat trick, and boy, oh boy, is he helping put the team on his back.
Wow, how about that bounce as well on the post? Hits the left side, hits the right side, and bounces out perfectly for Kalos. Now, I will say 30 seconds, it's looking possible for Wet Esports to bring this one back. We haven't seen an overtime tonight, and this is going to be the team that tries to force one to happen. Jay, oh no, that's a big whiff on the back end. Ninja Zach takes control. It's going to be middle. Brody, the last man back for Wet Esports. Can he transition back on the offense? The answer is no. J-Dub is going to secure game number 2 for Eclipse.
What a 50-50 here from Ninja Zach. Throwing that one mid. J-Dub trusting his teammate has that all day. And whew, what a read, what a trust, what a play. You know the comms are flowing nicely for Eclipse Esports right now.
Yeah, and as soon as this ball hits the floor, or possibly ends it up in one of the nets, it will be the end of this game. Now, we've seen this a couple times so far today where they keep it up for a while, but it does finally hit the floor. Eclipse Esports tying the series up at 1-1.
Yeah, this very well. We are guaranteed a game 4 now. I need a game 5, Jar. I need it, I need it, I need it. I missed game 1. I need a game 5 right now. So I am really hoping that these teams can, you know, help me out a little bit, read that script, and help me out and get that game 5 going. But yeah, a fantastic game from Eclipse Esports. I mean, Ninja Zach just all over the place. Out of the 4 stats you can have on a scoreboard in Rocket League, he has 3 of them being threes. 3 goals, 3 assists, 3 shots, and 728 points on that board. So a huge step up for him in this game, too. I'm looking forward to him in game 3.
Yeah, and beautiful, beautiful stuff from them. And, you know, Wet Esports, they actually ended up having more shots in this game than Eclipse did. So one of those weird situations where you see the team with less shots taking it. They had only 9 Eclipse, but, you know, Cats only have 9 lives. So, you know, we'll see if Wet Esports can bring it on back. Simba early on with the pressure, but series tied up 1-1, and Eclipse has the momentum.
They do indeed, but Wet Esports are not done yet as a quick shot from Birdie comes out. A good redirect down off that backboard from Kalos. We have seen him all night in all 3 games now being able to read the ball off that backboard. If he touched it first, if his teammate touched it first, he's putting that ball in.
Yeah, and that's just down to the hours that you grind in free play in these training packs. All these players know what it's like, and Kalos has been proven himself as to why he's here. Oh my, Brody almost had a 2nd goal for Wet Esports. That would have been a fantastic bounce back for them after losing game number 2, but now he's back on defense. Tries to get a dunk past J-Dub. Not going to happen, but it falls to Simba. He clears it into the orange corner, and you know, I'm really, really liking that Wet is able to keep so much pressure. They already have 3 shots, although Brody leaving this one for Simba. That was a little risky there, but, you know, trust in your teammates is something that's super important, and happy to see that these guys do, in fact, trust each other, as, you know, it's pretty essential, especially in a situation like this where you're up against some of the best teams that you can find.
Yeah, you definitely said it, man. Trust and camaraderie are huge in Rocket League. What a 50 from Jay, as that was actually going in the net. Fortunately saved away by Brody. Right place, right time for him, as he's now going to try and take this one up the wall. Jay actually steals it from him, looking for a flip reset. Has the flip reset, uses it, gets 50'd out by Brody. And now here comes J-Dub, has the boost, finds another 50. Ninja Zach going to fake that challenge and fall back, as he was playing 3rd man. Kalos shot high. No return shot as Simba does put this one out to the opposite corner where J-Dub plays it downfield. Ninja Zach going for a redirect off the side wall, and J-Dub could not jump. Awkward landing off that wall.
Yeah, and that's a tough situation. Simba moving it upfield, though. Hits the backboard. No follow-up this time from Wet Esports. You know that the backboard has led to quite a few goals for them. This one, Kalos hits it off the ceiling. Simba dunks it through. And man, that was a dirty play from Wet Esports.
I talked about it already. Kalos reading that ball off the back wall. Even if he's not scoring it, he's getting a touch that is purposeful. He meant to get that touch straight up into the ceiling and straight back down onto his teammate's hood. And what a 50-50 there coming out. Just a beautiful goal overall, man.
Yeah, and that's huge for Wet Esports' confidence. You know, they started with the Game 1 victory, but ended up taking kind of a heavy beating. You know, they did score 4 goals in the last game, but ended up having 6 scored against them. So very good for them to see that they're still able to take a, you know, give that beating right back to Eclipse Esports. Although that is a tough one from Simba, almost turned into a goal there. Luckily, there was a certain Brody back on defense to keep it out. Another whiff on defense, and, you know, maybe these guys just need to stay on offense, and that's how they're going to win this series.
Listen, man, I always say defenses win championships, but here's a huge opportunity as the defense is crumbling for Eclipse Esports. Brody able to take it all the way down the field himself and put it into the back of the net. What a solo play by him.
Yeah, you could see a little close was Ninja Zach, and one of his teammates ended up flying straight past the ball on the other side of the field. So wasn't expecting the quick turnaround, and suddenly Brody able to you know, put it in. And a 3-goal lead now for Wet Esports. You got to be happy if you're these guys to bounce back after the Game 2 loss. A lot of time here for Ninja Zach. He does clear it away as we're in a short temporary 2v2. Another demo here, Ninja Zach getting demoed as well, and it is just a ton of aggression suddenly coming out from these guys, and that's honestly what we saw more of in game number 1 before you came back, Hybrid. Simba almost had a beautiful shot. This Wet Esports team was seeking out more demos than we've seen in these last 2 games, but you know, here in game number 3, it's been working for them.
And that's what you like to see. You like to see the demos that actually mean something. You like to see the demos and the bumps that aren't just random in the middle of the field, not meaning anything, not helping the play at all. Something that is actually going to work in favor as another one comes through, and Brody takes Ninja Zach out. J-Dub returns the favor, taking him out. But it doesn't matter because Brody did all of the work here. Took out one defender, got demoed himself, but slowed down J-Dub enough for that shot to go through for Simba.
Yeah, and just after we were talking about those aggressive plays, how about that one? Really, really solid play. And man, look at that. He's gonna have to pay for it, leaving the wheels and the oil out on the pitch. But a 4-goal lead for Wet Esports. This has been the most dominant game we've seen from either of these 2 teams yet. And now only 35 seconds left for Eclipse to bring it back. It's going to be tough.
It definitely will be. What a shot from Brody as it bounces off the back wall. Nobody there immediately. Simba takes a shot off that left wall, and Brody back plays it. Smart play. Kalos going to catch it on that side wall, try and control. J-Dub with a good 50. Brody out towards the wall, and a beautiful touch by Kalos as he's rotating back to pop that one up. Brody does get 50'd out. Simba off the back wall looking for the double tap. He does find it. It's off the... Oh, it's off the crossbar. Looking for the Mr. Bardowski award. Couldn't quite get it. But with that being said, Wet Esports are going to be the victor in game number 3, going 2-1 in the series. And Jar, we are that much closer to a game 5.
Of course, you know, regardless of the result of game number 3, when you're tied up 1-1, we do in fact head to a game number 4. So, you know, Eclipse Esports is going to have to bring this one back if you want to get your game 5, Hybrid. But man, that was a dominating performance from Wet Esports. 10 shots to only 4 this time, and a shutout, 4 goals to none. So definitely a little worrying if you're rooting for Eclipse Esports in this one.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, obviously everybody here knows, and the meme is going to be the meme, but everybody here knows that points don't matter when it comes to that scoreboard. But I have to point out the fact that the top player on Eclipse Esports in this game had 178 points. The lowest member on the scoreboard for Wet Esports had just about more than double that at 360 points. So that just tells you that this team was all over the ball, pressuring, controlling, and taking those shots and making them matter.
Yeah, for sure. And hey, this is going to be the most important game between these two guys now. Heading into game number 4, Wet Esports trying to close it out in 4. Eclipse trying to force a game number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 5 minutes on the clock. Who is going to take it?
I don't know, Jar. We're going to have to watch. Oh, a huge demo comes out, and Kalo's starting it off quick with a goal. What a play once again. Brody with the air dribble. Gets it over top of J-Dub. Gets a bump as well. But, I mean, geez, Simba just running down. Simba, and here we go. Simba looking like he's taking out Scar out here on the field. Mufasa would be proud.
All right, we'll go along with that one. A quick goal for Wet Esports. That's really tempo setting as well. They ended up shutting out in game number 3, 4-0. Now a quick goal. Eclipse Esports, really, they've got to stay strong. They need to keep a solid mental if they want to stay in this series. They've got a lot of time left on this game, but you can't allow yourselves to fall behind. If you start to see Wet Esports increase this lead to 2, 3, oh my goodness, Eclipse nearly had that. But if Wet Esports increases this lead, I am truly scared to see what is going to happen on the side of Eclipse Esports. But, man, they almost had an opportunity there. Shot again onto this side. But, of course, hopes that we'll see game number 5.
I am really hoping we do, man. I'm really pulling for Eclipse Esports in this one, specifically just to get the game 5. Because that just means we get to see more awesome Rocket League gameplay in this IGL Invitational. And it means that our time is not done yet. But in order for that to happen, Eclipse Esports has to come out strong. And there's a shot from Simba. What a save from J-Dub. And he gets back to it. Are you kidding me?
Wow, Hybrid. I thought for sure that was going to be a goal for Wet Esports. But that is huge for these guys to keep it out. Kalos, though, is going to put it in regardless. Oh, man.
That is tough for Eclipse Esports. So strong on defense throughout this entire series. And something like this just drops in. They couldn't find the clear. They couldn't get the boost on their side. And that's what led to that being a goal.
And that's tough. Now, you see Wet Esports, they've started off strong in this game. And that is huge for these guys. Of course, they want to shut it out in 4. No matter how much we want a game 5, they are looking to close things off. So a 2-goal lead early on is huge for them. Brody almost extending it. Couldn't quite get the flick past the last defender. But now Simba. Oh, that's a good play. It's middle for Kalos. And now 3-0. Wet Esports is on a roll.
They really are, man, and it is not looking like Game 5 is likely, but there is plenty of time left in this Game 4. Beautiful pass from Simba getting around the defense. Kalos there for an open net. Just a beautiful play overall. You can definitely tell, like I said, the comms are flowing nicely for this squad. A fake from Ninja Zach here. He's just going to have a flick, and Brody puts it to the side. Huge opportunity gone to the wayside once again for Eclipse.
Seen them a couple times on the side of Wet Esports now, but they only have combined to 2 shots, and we have 9 for Wet Esports. So, I mean, if that's going to tell you anything, it's going to be that Wet Esports is absolutely dominant right now. Although Ninja Zach...
No!
Oh, no, saved by Simba again! The shot is going to be just off, even when Eclipse Esports has their chances. Wet Esports does not allow them to go through. They've been so solid on both sides of the pitch tonight, and they're looking to take the series in 4. Only 2 minutes remain. They just have to waste this time.
What an amazing defensive stand from Wet Esports. Ninja Zach over to the right side of the field, bumps off Brody. Jay trying to find something here. Brody trying to back pass to his team before the banger just comes out. Simba couldn't find the 50. Ninja Zach, that's out front. That's awkward. Kalos is there to get that ball away, and J-Dub, awkward touch. Decides, you know what, I can't beat him to this ball. I might as well take him off the field. Finds the demo and allows Ninja Zach time on that ball. Just gets 50'd out by Simba, though. Up high, Kalos blasts it back down. And this is what we've been seeing all game long. Wet Esports just tragically destroying the defensive half of Eclipse Esports, not letting them do anything they want to do.
And they've been so quick, absolutely winning the race to every ball in the air, although Ninja Zach does get this one. Oh, Simba, that's a big miss, but Kalos cleans it up. He wants a shot. It's not going to go in. 40 seconds left for Eclipse Esports to do something. They need 3 goals in order to force a game number 5. There could be the first one. Somehow, Kalos keeps it out. Finally, Ninja Zach finds a goal. 30 seconds remain. Hybrid, do you think it's possible?
It is definitely possible, and I have faith in a game 5. I think it'll happen, Jar. I really, really do. I'm really pulling on Ninja Zach to clutch up on his offensive touches. They've been so close quite a few times, but it all came down to accuracy. Here's another chance. J-Dub slowing it down. Oh, but Kalos hung out in the area unknown to everybody on Eclipse Esports and was able to find the bump to take him off the ball and take away that opportunity.
Yeah, that was a huge play from Kalos, even though, you know, some of these plays that you'll see, the touches, the bumps, you know, you're going to get 0 points for them, but really they're the most meaningful of the game, and that one is going to result in a 3-1 victory for Wet Esports coming off of their win on Tuesday. They win yet again today, and they are now 2-0 in the IGL Invitational.
Yeah, and what a fantastic series coming out from Wet Esports, being able to take this dub 2-0, you said it, in this Invitational after week 1. That is huge for this team's momentum.
Yeah, that is just incredible. You love to see that. Wet Esports, again, played a fantastic series. You know, Eclipse did as well. That's something that we've seen in all 3 series so far. You know, even though we might not have seen a game 5, you know, we had a sweep and then a couple of 3-1s. These series were still really close. Each game was without a doubt a toss-up between these teams. So really, really enjoyable matches between these guys. But this one is going to go to Wet Esports.
Yeah, it definitely will. You said it, man. A very close game. We will be talking and interviewing Brody from Wet Esports. We are just waiting for that to get set up, but I'm excited. I have questions for him. I have questions for him considering the fact that I could not watch game 1 as my power did go out completely in the middle of my epic moment speech, and I'm a little upset about that. So we do have Brody here with us. And Brody, how does it feel after taking this series 3-1?
You know, it feels pretty standard, I think.
Ooh, okay.
Especially
okay.
when you were doubting us, bro. I mean.
All right. That's fair. Listen, this is the first time that I've interviewed somebody on the Invitational that they have come in with this much heat, and I love it. I love the confidence that you guys have right now. Did you guys come into this match with this much confidence?
We did. Like, I mean, it was just like, oh, we saw what we could do in the last match we played, so we're bringing it into this one as well, and we did it. So
that much is true. I mean, 3-0 in your first match, 3-1 in your second. Are you trying to ride this train all the way throughout the Invitational? You think you can make it undefeated?
no, we can.
Oh,
We definitely are.
All
Wow.
right.
Okay.
All right.
I love the confidence.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I'm loving this. Brody, any words do you have for any of your future opponents? Since we're already on this confidence kick, let's give it to them. What do you have to say to any opponents that you guys are going to be seeing in the future weeks?
I mean, we just beat like the team that y'all thought were gonna beat us 3-1 with Simba without Cruncho. So, what can we do with Cruncho? I mean, I know. I think they should be scared of us.
I
That's
like it.
exactly what we like to hear. Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Hey, I love the confidence in you guys. You did end up losing one game here in this series. What went wrong that caused that one loss?
That game, we were just like overcommitting and letting them demo us. So we just decided let's demo them back, and we win. So yeah,
You guys definitely brought out the demos very strongly later on in the series, very clear as day too, and a lot of clutch demos as well. It was very nice to watch, a very physical game. But yeah, man, you guys played fantastic. Congratulations on going at 2-0 in the Invitational here in the first week. Any last words before we let you get going and celebrating with your team?
you know, don't doubt us. That's all I have to say.
Enough said. Brody, thank you so much for joining us here. Congratulations again, and best of luck in future weeks, my man.
For having me.
And that right there was Brody. Very confident, Jar.
Yeah, that's something you love to see. A lot of these guys have been very wholesome, humble. This Wet Esports team, they know how good they are, and they want to ride that momentum all the way throughout the Invitational. So that's one team that I'm certainly going to keep my eyes out on.